Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and German Reich. So it's 22nd of June 1939, the summer is upon us, and in the last episode we have planned our invasion of Poland. Now I think that we are doing pretty good, but before we go to check on the stats, I actually wanted to thank some of you who commented and, as usual, point out some of the comments that I think are worthy of mentioning in the video. Today I got free. I like it mentioned that I have a hole in my front line, which he is of course correct. It is a mistake on my side, so I am going to correct it now. Thank you for pointing that out. That actually would not, I think, hurt us too much, but it still is an awful mistake to make. Michael Finger mentioned that the trade relations with Romania will not matter if we go through the focus tree. That is absolutely correct. There is a number of ways how you can go about it. I know that there's this Romanian military training, and yeah, this is the align the Kingdom of Romania. So if you go through the Balkan dominance, align the Kingdom of Romania, and then ally them, it is going to work really nice. So yeah, that's true, but I'm more interested in the beginning, where we are going to be really short for oil during the invasion of Poland, and then preparations for the invasion of Norway and Denmark and then the French Republic. But yes, you are correct, Romanian oil is pretty much secure down the line. And last but not least, onion milk. I like that nickname. Onion Milk asked me about the fighters in Poland. Now this really goes down to the history of the attack on Poland. Poland was invaded, as you guys know, on 1st of September 1939 by Wehrmacht, and they used 60 divisions to do that and 4,000 aircraft. And I don't know how much exactly we have. We can check that now. Our strength is 2,299. We got 1,800 deployed aircraft, so we are very behind on that. But still, even if we weren't, there is a prioritization here in play. When we invade Poland, I expect them to have fairly weak air force. They got about, let's call it 200 aircraft. Let's be vague here. Let's go 200 aircraft. Most of those are close air support, and some of them are fighters. Now, these will not make that much damage to our Luftwaffe, which at this point we have stationed 200 close air support. So our amount of close air support is about the same as their close air support and fighters is. So we're going to be able to support our units, and they will not be able to wreak that much havoc to us. I could send some fighters from the western border to, do what I want here, and that was actually what happened historically. Luftwaffe invaded with its full force, and there was a 10-to-1 ratio of fighters and airplanes generally. It was about 4,000 aircraft on the side of the Germans to 400 on the side of the Poland. So they had complete dominance over the sky, and with some very small exceptions, they were pretty much in control of the entire invasion. However, we can't do that, because the moment that we invade, the Royal Air Force and the French Air Force are going to wreak havoc on our territory. So while sending some fighters here would help and maybe speed it up by a day or two, we are going to use all of our fighters to protect ourselves against the cowardly French and British aircraft. So that's why I'm stationing them here. Maybe we'll see it's going to be okay. I know there were some changes done to the mod recently, so maybe the situation is not going to be so bad. But if you remember us playing Italy, we were constantly under attack, and I mean constantly. They were bombing us all the way down to Rome, and it was a nightmare. And Germany is going to probably be much worse off, because it's very much closer to these countries. So that's why I'm making such a big point of building the radars. That's why I want to build the anti-air, because all of these are going to negate the bombing rates, and they're going to make it much easier for us to resist them. Further on, we took the dispersed industry, which further lowers the damage from the bombs. We should have like yeah, we got a 30% reduction from this. We got additional reduction from the radars and additional reduction from the anti-air. So hopefully it's not going to be that bad. What I need to do here is just remember this, and when we can switch, where is it? Yeah, switch the standing army to limited mobilization, which is gonna move the penalty from -40 to all of our Air Force operations to -15, and I think afterwards we can go ahead and take the mobilized Reich, which is here, which I believe should switch us from limited mobilization to full mobilization, which will, or general mobilization, which will completely remove all of the malices, and that should make sure that our units are doing good. But again, it is a question of utility here. I'm not sure how well this is going to affect us, how quickly we will be able to generally mobilize, and what status our enemies are going to be in. Now, of course, we also need to take the war economy and total mobilization the moment we can. So, yeah, but this one is locked behind 40%. My apology, I need to take a drink. Sorry about that. Something in my throat is going to kill me in the future. Anyway, that's the background to this. And I also wanted to mention one thing. I wish I could find a comment. I tried, but YouTube either hid it or it was deleted. Someone asked me about the chemical weapons, and I have absolutely no idea what he meant. I went through all of the research that I could see, and there is nothing in the engineering that I can... There are some ballistic missiles here and so on. There are some jet engines, but I haven't really found anything that would even resemble chemical warfare, nor on the industrial one. Nothing is in the air infantry here either. So I'm not sure what they meant. They just said that it's in the game tree, and I'm not sure if they meant the technology tree or the focus tree. And I tried searching for chemical here, and I didn't find anything either. There's this one, which is marked, but other than that, I don't see anything lit up. So I'm not sure what the chemical weapons should be like. There's the Wunderwaffe here and so on. There are some trees here, but I don't think any of those cover chemical warfare, and these are already diplomatic. So yeah, I'm not sure what you meant. Whoever you are, and I apologize, I really couldn't find it before recording this video. I read it yesterday in the evening and I just can't find it. Please provide more description to what you're asking, because I don't know if it was removed or it's in another mod or I'm missing something, so let me know. Anyway, long introduction, now we can continue. The Kriegsmarine is doing their best to train their Zerstörers, which I believe we are going to be upgrading soon. Our F10 classes are coming online one by one. We still got... We really don't have that many of them. Okay, cool. Do we have anything being researched that we want to put on the new Zerstörers? We don't. So nothing is really preventing us from designing a new ship here and upgrade to the beautiful Zerstörer. Wait, what am I doing? I always mess this one up. It's under the build ships. It always takes me a bit to get there. So Zerstörer 1944A, and this one we can upgrade to 1944B. Yeah, Lithuania folds. So we got Memel here. The Lithuanian government has agreed to our demands, and a Memel will be incorporated back into East Prussia. Yet another unlawfully stolen province has been returned to the German nation. Excellent. So here is Zerstörer 1934B. So what kind of an upgrade are we planning for it? So I don't think we have yet. We don't have anything to do with the anti-submarine warfare. Torpedoes are also okay. We need to remove the mine weighing because that's not gonna be their trade at all. So let's add additional depth charge thrower here. We could upgrade the anti-air, giving us slight jolt. We can greatly improve their director and mechanical range keeper. That is actually gonna do a nice boost to both light attack and torpedo attack. I like that. And we can add an AA control, which is maybe a bit too expensive for what it's worth. And we can upgrade the hydrophone, improving the sub-detection and depth charges. And even advanced damage control could be added. Okay, so this is 485 as a refit. And if we build a new one, it's 1809. I think this is well worth it. It's gonna make these ships hold very well in combat. And they're gonna be really good for the Hochseeflotte. So let's save this, and I'm gonna go here by the logic of upgrading the older ones first. So this is the 1934A and this is the 1934s. So those are gonna be upgraded first. Oh god, they're actually way more expensive. What the hell did you guys have? Why is that so much more expensive? 1,000, and for the A's it's 400. Well, we still need to upgrade them. I mean, it's gonna be a huge bonus to everything. Yeah, depth charges are improved by half. Max, oh, it's gonna improve even the max range. Ah, I see. And fuel usage. Okay, this is basically like building half new ship, but I think we need this. Then we can forget about them for a while. So you guys get on with this and make sure that you are up and running soon enough. Once we are going to upgrade all of them, I'm gonna start building the München classes, but I don't think we'll be able to do that before we at least get the Scharnhorsts, which are coming very soon. The first one is gonna be deployed in just 2 months, so that is nice. And of course, once we deal with these first ones, then I'm gonna shuttle more of them to have them do what they need. We're almost full on fuel, and we are almost full on rubber. In 19 days, we are going to be full on rubber. The German Reich claims Memel. I actually don't think it gives us anything here. No, it actually does. It gave us 2 civilian factories. Damn, that's really good. Are we occupying it, or is it... No, it's an occupied territory. Oh, it's not. Okay, so make your mind game. Is it an occupied territory or is it not an occupied territory? It's not. Okay. So we just gained 2 cement factories. Good for us. Which means we are well on our way. The rubber factories are gonna come in September and October though. So we're gonna issue an ultimatum to... Who is this? Sweden. Actually no, let them be. Sweden, we like Sweden. And Sweden needs to be in our influence zone, so let's keep them where they are. And we have claimed the Memel. With German forces on their border poised to attack, Lithuania has given in to a German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but now has returned to Ostpreußen. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. I actually wanted to see how we're doing on our divisions too. Yeah, we are going to be, I guess, way better than the German army was in size of their units. We got 50 infantry divisions, 9 light tank divisions, 7 Gebirgsjäger divisions. Okay, I'm not gonna count these. 4 motorized assault infantry divisions, 4 marine divisions, 3 motorized infantry, 2 semi-motorized, 1 cavalry tank division, and... Okay, let's not count this one. So it's basically like They had originally 60 divisions, and we have way more. Let's actually look how many do we have here. That's 14? 14, okay. I kind of like the comparison to the historical data. Oh, and there's more SS available now. 6th SS TK Standarte and 7th TK Standarte. So we get 50 infantry, so let's call this 46, the 9 tanks, that's 45, 52, this is not for us, 52, 56, 60, 63, 64, yeah, 64, so we are doing better than Germany was doing historical, plus we got our units better equipped, so let's see if it's gonna do us any good. So Westfall, yeah, we want to do Westfall, but we want to do it a bit later. So we got a new operative here. Otto Skorozny, I know you're here, I see you all the time, but I'm looking for someone. Yeah, I'm looking for an infiltrator, to be quite honest, because at this point I think it might be reasonable for us to send you to our show, so that you can start the process. How is Czechoslovakia doing? Or, you know, Böhmen and Möhren here. Okay, their resistance is 6.3, so that one went down and it's dropping furthermore, and compliance is already at 26%, meaning we're getting 20 factories from them now out of the 47 max, and we're getting 57% of the resources. Okay, well, the plan is slowly coming to fruition. Now, how are we doing on the trucks? The trucks are going to be... we don't have that many. I actually wanted to start motorizing some of the divisions as we can do here, but it's not exactly going according to plan. Though we are producing now the Panzerkampfwagen 3F. We already have 17. Now what's kind of interesting, what I checked, is that, where's the, this is the tanks, right? Yeah, you have the F variant, and then you have all the way down to the J variant, so you're missing the G and H variants, which were sort of upgrades. They used special cannon, which I think was this one, the 5cm L42 KVK. So their abilities were greatly improved, and we won't get access to any of those interim options. We will just have, yeah, we're jumping from 3F directly to 3J, which, you know, is not so bad, but it's not what we want. So I think that I'm gonna design an interim variant somewhere down the line. Actually, the F was the first that was produced, or so I believe, the first that was produced in greater numbers. There was like 400 of these made, and of the J's there was like 800 or something like that. So we might want to ramp it up. Or maybe the F was the last one that was like a test bed and it got improved later on. So we already got the improved optics and everything. And if we... okay, so you are already in the game using the cannon that you're supposed to. Okay, well, we could later give you the ammunitions upgrade. Give you... Okay, not a better armor. Actually, there is a better armor here. Better option here. Which was the main difference usually between these variants. And we get a flat armor design, which also can be changed. And armored distribution. Interesting. Intermediate. And a doors breakthrough. Well, we'll deal with this later on. Plus, there are some... Oh, there's some machine guns here and stuff that we can add. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's not a question of now. It's a question of 1940. Anyway, so we got the improved worker safety done and the air defense initiative done. So let's see what's bugging us next. So with you finishing that one, it would make sense to go with the defense works, because that's going to help with entrenchment, and then we can get better with the AA guns, but I don't think that's particular and necessary now because we're just not gonna make it. So instead, we could go with fuel storage too. That would give us an extra fuel capacity here. And chemical. What is this? Chemical industry. Fast-falling technology. What is a chemical industry? It's not you. Not you. Chemical. Improved power grid, steel industry. Prefabrication. Something here? Improved power grid, steel industry. 2. Wow, where the hell is... here is chemical industry. So this is chemical industry 1. Factory output, supply. Oh, this is really good. What are we missing? Commercial plastics. That's 9-1. Where is this? Defense works? Infrastructure works? Commercial plastics, huh? And that's where I actually had no idea that there was something like this, because this is really good. Factory output increase is just great, so whenever you can get that one. It's rubber processing, fuel refining. Wow, okay. Something here. Improved military logistics, equipment. Oh, this one. The one that I skipped. Okay, well, I guess, what's the second one that we got? Wasn't the all-purpose one, it was... No, it was the all-purpose one. Okay, so we're gonna focus on that so that we can get the chemical industry. So someone mentioned that the improved military logistics is great, and he is true. The army fuel capacity alone is gonna allow us to get more fuel into the front lines. Extra supply range is also great. So let's go with this one. And the second technology that we are going to research here is going to be the commercial plastics. Which are going to lower the resource penalty by 3%, which factually might come into play very soon. I don't want to be complaining Nancy, but we might really see this come at us pretty quickly. Okay, I think it's time that we chill with the rubber imports. Just 5, right? Yeah. That means we are going to fill the storage in 21 days still. That's really good. That is really good. And the fuel imports, 414,000 out of 426,000. So let us start importing from the Soviets. I think that is actually a good idea. That should fix. Yeah, we should by the start of the war have full silos. So 1948 Tour de France. The 1948 Tour de France was the 32nd edition of Tour de France, taking place from 5th of July to 31st of July. It was composed of 21 stages over 4,694 kilometers. The race was won by Italian cyclist Gino Bartaiolo, who also won the mountains classification. Coming in at second place was Belgian cyclist Felicien Verwaaike. Magnifique. Okay, improved infantry command and Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact were done. So, improved infantry command, just for your information, gives us additional defense, breakthrough, soft attack, and hard attack of 4% to all of our units, which is just amazing. I think next we are going to go with operational support. And we might want to go with strategic redeployment 1 and 2 because that lowers the organization loss when moving and increases speed slightly. And then the supply transportation is also great because that lowers supply usage, increases supply grace, lowers organization when moving, increases capture ratio. Yeah, and I think those are really good. Plus, you know, these ones lower the loss of experienced soldiers. That's also great. We are working on the mobile warfare. That is fine. We haven't gotten the overwhelming firepower though. That is a direct boost to everything we have. So let's go with the prepared defense first. Overwhelming fire is a nice strategy, and the 6% to soft attack is going to be very good. So let's get it done. And oh, we can do another national focus. So we get the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and we could start with the solution for Danzig, which means we would actually declare war a bit early. How come we can do it? Oh, at least 1 million manpower in divisions in field, which we have way more than that. But let's keep it historical. Let's plan it out so that we can attack on the 1st of September. In the meantime, we can do the lessons from Spanish campaign. That's going to give us a decent Army, Air, and Navy experience bonus. So let's get that. It's 28 days. That is going to be good. That is going to be. We'll still be able to do one more over there. So the anti-partisan is being still researched. We will increase the intelligence on Poland, which is great. Now they greatly increased their strength since last time I checked. But so did we. So there's nothing really to be worried about. How many tanks do we have? That's something that I also wanted to check because Germany declared war on Poland with 2,400 tanks, if I'm not mistaken. So how many do we have in each of our divisions? Just comparison, you know, the historical facts, 200. So that's where we lack a bit. Let's call this... The elected divisions don't have that much. They don't have 200 tanks. No, they... Okay, let's call this 1,000. And let's call this another 1,000. So we get slightly less. We got about 2,000 tanks. Moscow signs the pact. The Soviet Union has wisely agreed to sign our non-aggression pact. This means that we are free to act without a risk of Soviet intervention. Unfortunately, some of our friends now question Germany's commitment towards the ultimate destruction of communism. When matters with Poland and France have been settled, we may need to revisit this treaty, but that is a discussion for another time. Cool. Cool, I am happy with that. You know what, let's form the infantry regiment Grossdeutschland, because that one we can definitely get. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historical agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Named after German Foreign Minister Joachim von Ribbentrop and his Soviet counterpart Vyacheslav Molotov, this non-aggression pact stipulates that neither side will ally itself to nor aid an enemy of the other. Foreign diplomats warned this treaty effectively gives Germany a free hand to wage war in Europe without having to fear Soviet intervention. Toast to our Bolshevik friends. France bans communism. Edouard Daladier cabinet has decreed the dissolution of Parti Communiste Français. Ever since Soviet Russia signed the non-aggression pact with Nazi Germany, there has been talks of proscribing communism in France. The decree was instated following the agreement between the two nations for the partition of Poland. Edouard Daladier took the opportunity as support for a ban rose, and even leftist papers started advocating for the abolition of Parti Communiste Français. I'm not sure how this is pronounced. A drastic decision. An infantry regiment in Grossdeutschland. In the months leading up to World War II, while the rest of the Wehrmacht here marched into the Saarland, Austria and Czechoslovakia, the men of Wach Regiment Berlin marched up and down Unter den Lindenstrasse every Sunday. However, they were not to stay out of the front lines for long. In the first week of 1939, Hitler ordered that the Wach Regiment be renamed Infantry Regiment, Grossdeutschland. The unit was now a permanent cadre, and unlike other regiments of the German army, which were raised from a region, the recruits of the Grossdeutschland were to be drawn from across the nation. The unit was officially activated on 14th of June 1939, well, about a month late, and the decision was marked by a parade through the streets of the capital. The regiment was being reorganized in September 1939 and did not take part in the Fall Weiss, the invasion of Poland, a fact that denied the pride of the regiment, which bore the name of the nation on their sleeves. However, in May 1940, the regiment was attached to General Field Marshal Erwin von Kleist's Panzergruppe Kleist, and saw combat from the beginning of Fall Gelb, the invasion of the West on 10th of May 1940. So, Gross Deutschland. Damn, we're still not really good. Well, I guess we're gonna just assign you to the Waffen SS and keep you there. Though you are elite, that is something that's worth mentioning. An elite group of troops is always a sight to behold. Now the promotions, we can do them on 1st of August. I must not forget about that. We need to get those guys up here. I'm gonna get 3 and we'll need 4. How much do we need to promote someone? 35, okay. We're not getting exactly enough as it is. There was a military parade in Berlin option here somewhere, which is now gone, as I see. Dang, okay. Should have done that. I think that they gave us either they gave us political or command power. Not sure which it was. But yeah, the preparations are going well. We have... Some of you kept pointing out that, for example, we're not producing the infantry guns or the machine guns, but we got 1.1 thousand of infantry guns, and we got, what, 6,000 machine guns? Yeah, 6.4 thousand. So these are more than enough to, you know, stay with us until we can get the appropriate thing later on. Oh, and you would give us a bonus here, huh? Well, unfortunately, all of these are not very good. So let's go with the ammunition boost. I kind of like that. And what did we? No description here, huh? Okay, let's go with the ammunition boost. It's gonna allow us to equip our units with this, and it's going to increase their piercing and heart attack and stuff like that. Okay, on that note, I think I'm going to end the episode here. This is a shorter one, but I still need to do some work, so I was just taking a break. And afterwards, in the evening, I'm going to record another one, and that one is probably going to be all the way until we declare war on Poland, which is already being pressured by us very nicely. And how's that? 5% already. You keep chugging on that, my little friend. You keep chugging on that. So, see you in the next episode.